Just over 2 hours northwest of Albuquerque off New Mexico 371 is the town of Crownpoint. Every month, the town hosts the Crownpoint Rug Auction, an event that has drawn people to this remote locale of the Navajo Nation for over 50 years. With the town's long history as a meeting place and point of trade for the Navajo people, the significance of the Crownpoint Rug Auction and its role as a stronghold for the Navajo community is undeniable. Here, the advantages play out on both sides. The purchase of these rugs provides income for the artisans, while at the same time gives buyers the opportunity to bid on some of the most exquisite rugs in the Southwest and for prices that cannot be beat anywhere else. I must admit, while I'm not in the market to buy a rug myself, there's no way I would miss a chance to attend this legendary auction. This is the real deal. Even if you are not bidding, the experience of being at this auction is an authentic and exciting way to immerse yourself in a rich tradition. Many of the motifs and designs harken back to the early 20th century. Influenced by the traders of the region, the rugs became identifiable by their patterns and colors. Crystals with their horizontal bands and wavy lines, chinlays distinct bands of diamonds and chevrons, and yay rugs depicting religious deities are just a few I am seeing tonight. Already, I am in awe of the magnificent rugs being presented on stage. The designs and craftsmanship are stunning. And to think the weavers rarely diagram these patterns, but rather visualize the designs in their heads, adds to my amazement. Traditionally, weaving has been the craft of Navajo women, an art that has been passed down from mothers to their daughters. In speaking with many of the people here tonight, I have not met a woman yet whose mother does not weave.
My mom is a rug weaver. And my grandmother was a rug weaver.
I see a lot of women wearing this red coral. Is that significant for a specific reason?
There was a founder here that started the rug auction. She was a trader, Lavon Palmer, very beautiful lady. She was known as Hasta Yoshachi, and that stands for Lady Red Beads. And so this evening I wanted to wear my coral necklace in memory of her, and her daughters are all here. They're all wearing their coral necklaces. You know, that's what their mom wore every day, no matter what. She wore those beads, red coral beads.
Lavon Palmer is obviously held in high regard in the Crownpoint community, and I feel fortunate to be here for the auction's 50th anniversary. But Lavon wasn't the only woman behind this operation. I find out her friend Pauline also had a role in founding the auction, and Pauline is here tonight. Can you tell me the story of how it came to be?
Lavon Palmer, she was our trader here at Crownpoint. She told me one day, she says, Pauline, I have a room full of rugs. So she took me to that room. It was about 12 by 12. The rugs were stacked all the way to the ceiling. Everyone. There was only standing room left. And she says, what are we going to do? I can't buy rugs anymore because I'm full. And there's no market for it. She said, what do you think we should do? And I said, well, let me think about it. A couple days later, I came back and she was at the cash register, and I slapped that counter and I said, hey, how about an auction? The first auction we had, I literally went out to the weavers and told them what we were planning, and I asked them to help us.
Right.
They were very leery as to what I was talking about, and said people will raise their hand, and if they want your rug, they keep raising their hand, making it higher and higher.
That doesn't make sense if you've never seen an auction before, right?
One lady came, when she came, Lavon says, Pauline, I paid her $3 for rugs like that. I said, I'm gonna pull a minimum of $4 for her. I said, okay. So when the auction started, she sold her rug for $11.
And then she was a believer. It's hard to believe that only 50 years ago, these rugs would sell for a mere $11, when today's market easily commands figures in the thousands. Handmade, locally made, values still held in high regard. These rugs will stand the test of time in more ways than one. Since the conception of this auction, Navajo textiles are finally earning their due. And as a New Mexican and someone who relishes our native art and culture, I must offer my praises to Pauline and Lavon for their role in saving Navajo textiles from extinction and elevating them to the status they enjoy now. The Crownpoint Rug Auction happens on the second Friday of every month, usually, but best to check before you go. Oh, and there's no lodging in Crownpoint, and the auction can run late into the night, so you may want to book a room in nearby Gallup or Grants for the night. And lastly, they do not take credit cards. They prefer cash or traveler's checks, but will accept personal checks.